Happy New Year.
Woo!
Uh, well, in about a month, we'll have
Yeah,
to
it's
do
coming
that.
up.
In fact, when it's like officially going into the new year, we should be doing one of these podcasts talking about video games while everyone
I'm
else
down
is.
for that.
Everyone's counting down. We're like, but video games. What's the best countdown in video games?
Cecil's awesome. Yeah. It is that time of the year. It is so cold. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been really cold in Tennessee. Like, it sucks.
Yeah, man, it got to like 40 something today, and then it was up to 66. I'm dying, bro.
66, huh?
Yeah, man. See this sweater? You kidding me? I'm just kidding. We've been in colder weather. I know Gabe's been in colder weather with me.
Yeah.
Some
Yep.
negative 14s.
I was actually talking to people about that the other day.
Yeah?
Like, I feel like when we were in Idaho, I feel like it didn't feel as cold as it was. You know?
Well, it's very dry cool, but yeah.
Yeah, because here, it's like extremely windy in the winter and it feels way colder
That's
to
worse,
me.
yeah. The wind's gonna murder you.
Yeah.
It's wet and windy.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that.
And you remember what it was like when you'd walk outside and you could feel your nose hairs?
Oh yeah,
frozen?
I hate that so much. That's the worst.
Such a weird feeling. I was trying to explain it to someone, and it's
You can't. They just have
so
to go
odd.
experience it.
Yeah. Snow being on the ground for like 7 months.
It's what a happy place.
Yep. Let's talk about video games instead.
Yeah, I love video games.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll go
I'll
first.
go first.
No, I'm going first. Shut up. So
no,
this
I want to
week,
go first.
I'm going first. I love video games more than you. This week I've been playing Mega Man. I got Mega Man Anniversary Collection again. I was playing Mega Man 1 and 2. I beat 1 and I beat number 2. I forgot. Like, it's so funny sometimes playing those last bosses in 1 and 2 because I sit there and I get real frustrated. Well, especially the Yellow Devil. That guy is stupid. Unless you do that stupid cheat thing with Elec Man.
Did you cheat like
Heck
like a
yes.
wimp? Or did you do it
like the biggest wimp? I don't even care. Oh my gosh, I got so frustrated. I was like, that's it. But see, the issue is the Anniversary Collection, the select glitch, doesn't work as good. So I had to sit there and push it like a million times to hit him like twice.
You're a fake gamer.
I'm a fake gamer.
And then I'm ashamed of you.
And then I played Mega Man 2, and like, I don't know why I got mad at the last bosses. Something just clicked in my head, and I was like, oh wait, this is actually easy. I'm stupid. I kept dying at the dumb alien.
You're not good with the bubble power?
Dude, I'm so good with the bubble power. The issue was I forgot he shot things out at the same time, then I'd be jumping into them. Like an idiot. Yeah, but I beat those.
I can't believe you cheated.
I'm going to cheat every time. It's fine.
No, I'll tell you a secret. I always cheat on that boss.
Yeah,
that boss is hard.
Worse. It's like you can't slide. You just got to take things to the face. You can't even jump over it because of how fast it is. Oh, dear.
Whoa.
Sorry, my webcam likes to do things sometimes. It has a mind of its own. It's like, I'm going to zoom in now. You're like, thanks.
Yeah, dude. NES hard was so fun though.
Oh, I won't lie.
Maybe one day.
I didn't play Mega Man 2 on difficult though. I played on easy American version.
Yeah, me too.
Because I just want to play and beat it and feel good about myself, like I actually accomplished beating a game. So I beat 2 games in 1 week. What did you do, Gabe?
I'm in Chapter 3 on Final Fantasy Tactics.
Hey,
nice.
Yeah, and I'm having a really good time, especially after last week when I figured out that I didn't know what I was doing at
He
all.
wasn't equipping any abilities at all. Just raw dogging it, challenge running it without even trying.
Yeah, I mean it's clear as day too because it has like the equipment list and then it has like the abilities right there. And I don't know. I guess I just kind of thought the passive ones were just automatic, but
Mm-hmm.
I should have. Or I mean, I should have known that. I just figured, it's probably like FF5, which it is, but um, yeah, I'm having a great time. The game is a lot more doable now. Um, Man, I love just great RPGs, and tactics just hits that spot, man. Like the
Mm-hmm.
job systems, so good. I'm having a great time.
Good.
That
Okay.
makes me happy.
How many games are you playing right now, Tim?
Right now, work's been crazy, so just two. I'm,
Oh
of
dang.
course, playing 11. My event just ended, so I can relax on 11 for a bit. And Final Fantasy 13.
Wow. That's a good game, Tim.
It's
Yeah,
weird because I'm actually enjoying it.
What's what
It's really weird.
what's weird about that? It's a good game, Tim.
Oh, I hated that game. That's my least favorite Final Fantasy. But I was sitting there with Lauren, and I'm going to put this on the record. I was sitting there with Lauren. I'm like, I'm actually really excited to be playing this right now, and it's really weird because I was at the exact same spot when I first played the game when it came out, where I was like, man, I really don't like this Final Fantasy. Like, I don't like what they've done with this. And I had the exact opposite feeling when I got to the exact same spot, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So,
I have a theory about that feeling because when I first played it, I wasn't sure how I felt, and then every time I replayed it, I liked it more and more and more. And
Mm-hmm.
now I love it. I think that like over time, you look back and you just realize like how good we had it with that game because that was the last like command based mainline Final Fantasy game, and then after that, it just went more action based. So it's like it's been so long since we've had like a Final Fantasy game that goes into like a battle screen and you have like your commands that you issue in the menus like that.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just think the game's aged very well. Like it's very unique. There's not really another game like it. Um, I don't know. That's what I think.
No, I agree with that because I think for me it took about 3 to 4 tries before I was just like, you know what, this game's actually pretty cool. Like I remember, like you guys, like I got it day one, played it, and I was like, this game is balls. Like this is stupid. Every character in this is unoriginal and dumb and just wants to be edgy. And then like I come back 5 years later or something and make it a little bit farther, make it like chapter 3, and I'm all like, oh, this game sucks. And then I just try it one more time, and then finally I'm just like, I'll play it in the marathon because I'm determined to beat it. Then they finally like get through and get to chapter 11. And you're like, wait, this game's awesome. It's finally opened up. And there's so much to do. It's like watching One
Yeah.
Piece. I hear you got to watch 400 episodes before it gets good. You got to make it chapter 11 before it gets good. It's a lot less of a commitment to play FF13, but you know what I mean.
Well, the
Yeah.
intro to 13 is, in my opinion, the worst. That's where I think they made some of their biggest mistakes.
Yeah.
Were the first like 2 hours of the game. They should have just sped that up. They should have done something there because that it's boring as all hell.
Yep.
I agree with you. Um, Actually, most of the complaints you hear about the game, like the press X to win, and it's just a hallway. I mean, that's pretty much how it is in chapter 1 of the game. You know, it really is just one hallway you're running down, and there's nothing to the battle system really. You just kind of just press X for auto battle, and that's it. You don't really have to think much. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, the intro definitely deserves its reputation, as much as I love the game. I actually kind of think that that was probably like one of the biggest issues with FF for a while is I feel like they just kind of like I'm not like a 1 through 10 person where I feel like where that's like something and then after that it just wasn't anymore. I don't think that way. But I will say like the the way the game started after FF10, they were much slower.
Hmm.
They had really slow starts for a long time until 16. 16 has an incredible first
Mm-hmm.
2 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's
But
about it,
then,
you know.
yeah, 13 and 16 have opposite problems where uh, 13 keeps getting better and better and better. Like it just keeps growing, and 16, uh, yeah, I feel like I have less and less to look forward to the more I play it.
Yeah.
Man.
I thought I'd get through this episode without one praising 13 and two hating on 16,
It's
but I did it
impossible.
in one sentence.
Challenge impossible for Gabe.
My
Yeah.
bad.
No, you're good. No, I'm happy, Tim, that you're playing it again. That's awesome. What chapter are you in now?
In chapter two, I'm in the
Okay.
part where everyone is splitting up. Like I'm not
Mm.
very far, but you know, where all the group is splitting up, and you're kind of learning about like the different classes and all that stuff. Um,
Hmm.
I beat. It's so funny too because like I remember when I first played it, and I got to the part where you got to fight Shiva, right? You know, the Shiva sisters or
Yep.
whatever,
Hmm.
and I'm like it didn't click to me. I was like, how do you beat these people? Like I'm just getting my you know ass kicked, and I could never figure it out. And it took forever for me to beat it. And this time I beat it first try. It was just like, oh, okay, that was pretty simple.
Yeah.
So I don't know I if maybe I just didn't get it then, but it just clicked this time. I beat it first try, no issues. So
Yeah.
some of the other bosses, like they're I don't know if they're really bosses, but like the electric flying enemy that you fight, where you get the first ship that gets shot down.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I remember
The
having trouble with that boss the first time I got there, and I just devastated that boss this time, and I'm not even grinding.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, that's
Yeah, a lot
it's
of the time in 13, like whenever you do really well in a fight, it means you're like understanding like how things work. So in that regard, I really like the score system in that game because it pretty much teaches you if you understand the battle system or not, you know.
One thing I would change about the score system, though, is I think if you get 5 stars, I think it should give you a CP a bonus.
Mm.
I think that would be really cool, is if they gave you a bonus for how well you perform.
Hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool. Are you playing on PS3 or which version are you playing?
I'm playing on Xbox 360. I do need to go back though, because I platinumed 13.2, but I need to
Yeah,
go back and platinum 13 and Lightning Returns on my PS3 so I can have it on my PlayStation account.
yeah,
So maybe
yeah.
after I finish it on Xbox 360, I'll go back and play it on PS3 and platinum both of those.
Cool, man. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm excited to hear more and more as you keep playing it. I feel like I just keep wanting to like rank 13 higher every time I play it. It's such a weird feeling.
I'm curious
So,
how I'm going to rank it after I finish it. Because right
mm,
now, for the main lines, it's my least favorite and has been since it was released. It's the bottom for me. So I'm kind of curious how it's going to stack up once I go through it again and play it. Get all the way through. Um,
mhm.
But I'll let you know. I'm excited about it. Actually, I'm pretty pumped. This weekend I don't have any plans, so I'm pretty pumped about just playing 13 all weekend. So,
Nice.
Cool. If you like it enough this time, definitely do the post game stuff.
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I love the side quests in 13. Yep. All right. The gang's back together.
Oh no. Not a 13 reference.
Yeah, it had to happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you guys remember when 13 was coming out?
I remember the time because like wasn't that when they had like they're like, "Oh, we're going to release like 2 games and it's going to be so cool." And they're like, "Actually just one game." Then eventually we released 3 games about this one that no one liked.
Wasn't it? Wasn't the other game versus 13 like
Yeah.
they had like a press conference and then when they announced 13 and they also announced 13-2 or not 13-2 but versus 13 at the same time.
Mhm.
And Agito, which ended up
Oh,
being Type Zero.
yeah, the PSP. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
they
remember.
announced like as Fabula Nova Crystallis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember a lot of that. I remember that I got it at midnight. Like I walked to the GameStop. I was living in California at the time and I picked it up at midnight. I couldn't wait to get home and play it. I was just very excited to play it. And I hadn't really played 12 because I was deployed, so I didn't really get to play 12.
Oh
I actually
damn.
played 12 after I had started 13, I believe.
Hmm.
And so I was like really excited to play it. But I remember um opening it and playing it, I think I got like 5 hours into it. And then I stopped playing it. I probably didn't play it for 6 months to a year, maybe. That's when I went back to it and tried it again.
Okay. Yeah, I had to play it a few months after it came out. I didn't have a PS3, and that's when I was on a 2-year mission trip. I got home like 2 months after it came out or so. But so I didn't know like very much about any of like the marketing building up to it or anything.
Mhm.
Um, so do you guys have like moments in the series that stood out to you like the first time you played it? I know we all just said that 13 we all just kind of felt like eh about it first time.
Mhm.
But do you have other games like that or other moments that were kind of the opposite effect, where it was a really big deal at the time, and maybe still is, or maybe it's not anymore? Just do you have just memorable moments of playing one for the first time?
Oh yeah. Do you want to go? Anyone else want to go first, or is it cool if I start?
Oh, go for it, Tim. It's all you.
Um, I think Final Fantasy VI. I played on the Super Nintendo. Was one of the first ones that really had a huge impact. Where I was like, oh wow, like when they destroyed the world. And I remember General Leo was a character. This is before the internet, so I had no idea like what was going to happen. uh, I always hoped you got General Leo in your party, and then when he died, and you couldn't get him in your party, like I remember just being really frustrated and upset about that because I thought he was like the coolest character in the game.
Hmm.
So that's my FF6 memory of just being super frustrated and upset that you don't get General Leo in your party.
Yeah, I get that. There's something I did not know for many years is that you can learn General Leo's shock ability with Gao.
Hmm.
There's a monster in Kefka's tower that if you encounter it and then go back to the Veld and learn it as Gao, that monster, it'll use shock. Gal will use shock in battle, which is really cool. I did not know that for a long, long time.
That is really cool.
Yeah, yeah. So in a way, General Leo kind of did become playable, maybe if you count.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. FF6 was the first one that I remember like anticipating.
Mhm.
And I remember we actually have this on video. My family has like a VHS tape. It was Halloween of 1994 where my cousins and I were pretty much all like gathered around the TV like playing it for the first time, and like the Magitech um whatever they are, the Magitech
Armor.
armors. Yeah, they're like trekking through the snow
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
I still remember seeing that, and it was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like, how can you get better graphics than this? Yeah.
That's awesome.
Brandon, isn't 6 one of your favorites?
Yeah, 6 is definitely one of my favorites, but it wasn't one of the first ones I played. I think the first one I remember seeing was either 4 or 6. I don't remember because I was very young. And like, I was still playing Mario and stuff. So I was like, what's this game, friend? He's like, oh, it's Final Fantasy. My older brother plays it. I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. But then I saw my older brother. One of them was playing. He's a big FF fan. He played FF7 in front of us. So my mom was like, "These kids are too young to watch FF7." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I can't even read as fast as it's going. But no, 6 was definitely one of like the biggest things for me. I think just like while playing it and having so many characters to pick from, making you can do so many different combinations of parties. That's when like the Moogles became one of my favorite things because Mog is just stupid. Being like, I'm just gonna do all these things. I'm Mog. You're like, okay, dude, sure. Get a whole army of Moogles too. That was awesome. And then just
Yeah.
having the whole like world of ruin happen was huge. And like I still think Kefka is like the scariest villain of all of Final Fantasy, or like top 3 at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like just cool, solid, evil to be evil.
Hmm. I love that after the thing goes down on the floating continent and the world, ends up the way it is, that you don't see him again
Mm-hmm.
until you climb to the top of his tower and encounter him. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that he's like, to him, he's ascended above everyone
Mm-hmm.
so much that you just, you never see him again until that end moment.
Yep. Iconic.
6 builds that anticipation better than, uh, I don't know if better than anything else, but that alone, just that whole section is the most memorable thing to me
Oh
in that
yeah.
game.
I feel
Oh
like
yeah.
it definitely set up like the last boss, last dungeon extremely well and made it feel iconic. I don't think other games, like most of the other ones I'm thinking about, don't like you get to the final dungeon and it's cool, but I don't know. That one just like the fact that you have to plan it all out, get your party set up, do all these different things, like it felt like an actual huge thing you're doing versus other ones you're like, "Okay, you're in the dungeon now. Go fight chaos." I still love
Yeah.
that, but you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's not the same impact.
Hmm. Yeah, and you can go to the final dungeon with just 3 characters.
Mhm.
Like, you don't have to go and get your party back. You can just go as soon as you get the airship.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's such a unique game. Like, it's I don't know. It's just one of those like immortal titles that should just be in the Hall of Fame. Is there a video game Hall of Fame?
I don't doubt there's something
Um,
like it. There's.
there probably is, but it's probably not official. It's probably not like you know, like the Game Awards or anything where they announce those awards. It's probably not like that, but I don't know. That's a good question. That is something they should probably do. That being amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 6 is one that definitely deserves it. It just felt like they were just taking risks and just kind of just trying things. Like, hey, let's do this. Here's this crazy decision. Okay,
Well, yeah, I
let's just
mean,
do it.
also up to that point, they were doing very much super fantasy based things with like I think 4 maybe had the most science ish stuff to it, 5 kinda. But then all of a sudden they're just like, all right, we're going full fledged into weird science stuff, and it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a pretty much like a uniform like graphics, sprite design, art, like world design. It was all really the same in 1 through 5 until
Mm-hmm.
6 came along. So it's just like a pretty bold thing. It's like, yeah, we're just doing this new thing. And 7 did that again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then it just kind of became a tradition from there. It's like, well, let's just have a totally different world every single time.
Yeah.
And that all started with 6.
Yeah. I think thinking of like different iconic things too. I still love I remember this also in FF1, just like going to Bahamut and getting your advanced job.
Oh yeah.
Like that's still just one of the coolest things. And it's just like I don't know, games back then weren't doing things like that at all. That's something that Final Fantasy's always kind of good at is like pushing, well, not always, but they've been really good at it in the past, like pushing new things and pushing new ideas and trying this new stuff and like it just working. So
Yeah.
I think that was just I don't know, that's just a real cool thing. 'Cause you work so hard to do all this stuff and it's like, what's this random item for? Here you go, Bahamut. Oh, I'll make you buff now. What? Just like
Yeah, I mean, you have to give a rat tail
mm-hmm.
to you have to give a rat tail to a dragon, and then he just makes you hit puberty
It's true. But that's not
because you look more like kids, and then you look like an adult all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
So,
I've done it so much now. Is that a requirement to beat the game? You don't have to do that, right?
no, you don't have to. In fact, I think there's some stats that are negatively impacted if you upgrade from a black belt to a master.
Oh, interesting.
Every other job like is enhanced, but
Mm-hmm.
there's like one stat I think that the black belt like it's better to like level up to max as a black belt and then switch to master.
Oh, weird.
I'll have to look into that again, but it's something weird.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think I just learned that in the last couple of years too. There's just a lot of weird stuff in that game. The original version had like just a lot of the spells didn't work
Yeah,
as they were intended to. So
I
I
think.
I was
Yeah,
just kind of doing a lot of research on it.
interesting.
Yeah.
You have any favorite moment of one, Gabe? I know one's one of your favorites.
I'd say FF1's my favorite game ever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was just kind of like the first video game that like really impacted me where I was just like really passionate about video games, is FF1. And I have to think you guys met Rick,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And my cousin Rick, my brother Joe, and a couple other cousins. Um, they got me into RPGs, and I got to watch them play FF1. Um, in terms of like iconic moments, I don't know. Like the whole game is just the reason it's my favorite is because I'm just like happy the whole time I'm playing it. Like there's not really a moment that I dread.
Mm-hmm.
I just really I just really love the whole game. My favorite dungeon is the sunken shrine
Wow.
though for the water crystal. I did notice something this time playing it that I never noticed before.
What?
Do you guys know the movie Splash from the 80s?
Yeah.
Tom
Is that the
Hanks and
one with Tom Hanks? Yeah, and
yeah, Daryl Hannah.
yeah, Daryl Hannah. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the mermaids in FF1, if you talk to her, she says, I think like my sister Daryl ran off. Uh, I think she went to the mainland or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearly implying that it's like a Splash reference. It's like, man, this is so 80s. I love
It's
it.
so funny.
You know? Yeah. I don't know if that's in like the original version or if it's just something that the translation put into the
Yeah, that's a good question.
American game. But I mean, there's a lot of like movie references in the series, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's a ton of them in FF15. There's like a Shining reference, Back to the Future reference, Terminator reference. There's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
that one
in that
makes
game.
sense. Like you can put a ton of references in a road trip game pretty easy.
Yeah. Stand by Me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously.
No way. What? I missed
Wow,
it.
really? Huh?
What? My mind's freaking blown, bro. Yeah, exactly.
I need to go back
Yeah.
through that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I love 15. There's some major things about it that I hate. Like I hate just like modern quest design, like fetch quests and stuff. And that game definitely like fell into that with a lot of stuff, but um I think 15 just has really memorable moments though. And we were talking about Brandon, have you played through 15?
Not all the way, but it's fine.
Okay. Well, we were talking about Kefka earlier, and I really like Arden in 15. I think he's up there
Mm-hmm.
as one of the really great villains. And there's one like really cool moment in it that um it makes a lot more sense like after you finish the story. Just like kind of like some foreshadowing. You don't notice at first, but when you like know what certain characters know about him, uh it just totally changes that scene. And I want to talk about it, but I'd rather you just
You want me to just
play
take
it.
out my earbud? I can't hear you then. Just give me a
No,
thumbs up
it's
when you're
okay.
done. Dang.
Sometime I think it'd be cool if all of us played through something at the same time though and talked about it together on here.
That
I
would
would
be
love
cool.
that.
I
Yeah.
agree. We'll
And
do it.
15 is one of them.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I actually don't know which I like better, 13 or 15.
wow. That's some big
They
words
kind of have
coming from
like,
the 13, man.
well, they have like opposite strengths and weaknesses, so it's hard
Mm-hmm.
to know. It's
That's
just really
fair.
hard to, because 13 from a battle system and like all the RPG stuff is really great. The battle system in 15 is really clunky, but it's still memorable though because the characters are just really interactive.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
do not like magic in 15.
I used to hate it, but I really, really like it. It's some of my favorite like RPG stuff in the game.
wow.
Just like making like these different like because like you craft spells.
Mm-hmm.
So it really gives a lot more like weight to like the items you get, and you can craft some really crazy spells in that game
Hmm.
that are really useful against super bosses and stuff.
Does it still hurt your party members, or did they change that?
It depends on on the spell that you make, and you can also. I think the game tries to incentivize you to like uh, get certain equipment that'll help defend against those. I guess effects. So if you like buff your characters like against like lightning magic, then whatever lightning spell you make won't hurt them.
That's cool.
Hmm.
Man.
Yeah.
So I think in my mind, I want to like almost go down like the list of games. I know we've been jumping around, but like we can even just lump some together, like 2 and 3. Do you have any moments of that you can think of that were just like really cool or interesting?
Well, for me with two, my first experience with two was on the PlayStation
Oof.
version.
I'm sorry.
And, I didn't hate the game, but I was definitely at that time for a long time, two was one of my least favorite Final Fantasies. But I just remember when I played it, I was very excited to play it and just kind of being like, okay, like this is kind of this is kind of hard to enjoy. Like I'm not really enjoying it. And so I pushed through and I beat it, but it's one of the Final Fantasies that I beat it once and I never went back to it until the Pixel remasters came back out. So I never played it again after I beat it once. So and
Mm.
kind of like a good memory, I guess, is that like with the Pixel remaster, I really enjoyed playing the Pixel remastered version of it a lot more than, of course, the original. The I say the original, but the PS1 version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, first time I beat it was on the PlayStation as well, because that was the first version, official version we got here. And I remember kind of like not sure how felt about it. I think it's one of those games that like there's so much that you have to know about the game and its systems to like really get the most out of it.
Hmm.
I think FF2 and FF8 are kind of the same in that regard, where sometimes the first time you play it, you're just not going to like it because you're not going to like get it. And that's how I felt about FF2. But, and it was one of my least favorites. But now I have to say it's one of my favorites because, like, in terms of memorable moments, like, FF2, like, started so many iconic elements in the series that still continue, you
Hmm.
know? Like, for me, like, one of my favorite parts is, when you go to try to rescue Princess Hilda from the Desert Coliseum tournament that the
Oh
Emperor
yeah,
has on.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's this huge monster you have to fight, and then all of a sudden the gates raise up and then out comes the behemoth. And that's the first time you see it in the series, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I guess it's kind of more impactful looking back on it after, you see like how iconic that creature has become. It's like, wow, this is the debut of
One
like
like one of the most
a
iconic
staple
creatures in
monster.
FF.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's one of like it's still probably like the best usage of the monster.
Mm-hmm.
There's just this dramatic build up to this thing you have to fight to win the tournament. And the gates
yeah.
raise up and here it comes, you know?
That is cool.
So there's a lot of stuff like that, the Chocobo and Sid.
Mm-hmm.
And actually the way Sid is utilized in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is it's like a nod to Final Fantasy 2. Where he flies you to different towns. You just pay him and he flies you to whatever town you want, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So it's pretty neat. FF2 has a much greater impact than it gets credit for.
Yeah.
And of course, my favorite monster in the series debuted in FF2 in a really epic way. Do you guys remember what my favorite monster is?
It's Marlboro, obviously. The Curio,
No.
Curio,
Quir.
Curel. That's your favorite. You love that one so much. Get
Yeah,
to the last
dude.
dungeon.
Yeah, I love the curl in FF2, man. It definitely didn't give me like 7 game overs in a marathon.
Traumatize you for the rest of your life. Whenever you see one on screen, he flinches now. Some PTSD from that war.
Gosh, but
What is it?
that the punishment you have to go through in FF2 though is another thing I love about it. It's memorable. When you beat it, you're like, oh my gosh,
Oh
I did
yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was referencing the Iron Giant,
Oh, that's right.
which is like a rare monster slash Super Boss
Mm-hmm.
in FF2. Yeah, a lot of epic stuff.
I remember the first time I played it was on GBA, but I think I actually liked the post story stuff, like the second mini game it gave you. And I'm kind of
Yeah,
sad that's the only way to play it. Like I wish it came with the Pixel remaster, or I wish the extra content, from all the GBA ones came to the Pixel remaster and stuff. I don't know what's up with Square just being like,
it's on
"Here's this
the
game. You can't
it's on the
play it."
PSP.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the
Yeah,
current gen of stuff. Like they're just like, "Here's FF Tactics.
yeah, I get
You
it.
want War of the Lions? No, you can't have it. Here's some scenes though."
Yeah, yeah, I get that. And honestly, FF2 I felt like had the coolest like extra stuff added. The other
Mm-hmm.
games I can do without really, but FF2's extra stuff was awesome.
Well, it's like a whole nother story versus like, here's a little extra dungeon. Here's a couple extra dungeons or bosses, or here's an extra job. I mean, FF4 I guess
Mhm.
technically had, whatever, an extra little game to it, but I don't want to play it in 3D.
Yeah. Well, there was one I really liked in the GBA version of FF4 how when you reach the end game, you could actually like switch out your characters with the other ones
Mm,
from the game, like Sid, Palamporum, Edward,
that was cool.
um, who else? Yeah, and you can take them to the final dungeon and stuff. Thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is very cool. Yeah.
We haven't had that version played in a marathon actually. None of the GBA versions have been
No, I
played
don't
for the
think
games.
that's a harder one to do because if you want to do it legit, then you have to do the GameCube. Or there's the Epilogue,
Hmm.
which is a new thing that came out semi recently, where you actually it's basically just a Game Boy Advance you plug into your computer.
Oh, okay. And I think you were telling me about this. It doesn't have like the border, the GBA
Nope,
border from.
nope, it has just the
That's cool.
game. I need to get one of those sometime. I like GBA games. Um, but yeah, two is a really solid game. I like it a lot. But I think three. I don't know what it is about three, but I just love that game so much. Um, and I think it's like the first time the job system's kind of introduced in a way where you can change. And then I also love the little like Easter egg slash hidden thing where Onion Knight can actually be busted, but you're not going to play Onion Knight originally because you're just like, oh, I have all these cool classes. Why would I be this dumb class? And it's just like you learn later on that it's like, oh, by the way, this class is stupid busted, but we're not going to tell you.
Yeah. Well, that and you have to like get the rare drops from the dragons at the end to get
Whatever.
like the onion equipment and stuff.
It's worth it. Just grind for 40 hours. It's worth it.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's definitely worth it in the 3D remake to
Mm-hmm.
max out the onion stuff because they're really useful against the Iron Giant super boss that was added.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really like 3 as well. Tim, I think you like 3 a lot too. Now, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it makes me sad because the first one I played, I think it was the Game Boy Advance version, I think is what it was, that they had set new characters or whatever.
That was
The
much
DS.
The
DS, yeah.
DS, the DS, yeah. So that was my first time playing 3, and I was like, "Ah, it's okay." And then I played the Pixel Remaster, and yeah, I love 3, but it makes me kind of sad because I didn't get to play it prior to, like a year ago, so it was my first time I think really playing through 3. So I don't really have like an emotional attachment to it. Like I like
Mhm.
it a lot. I loved playing through it, but it's not one that I have like great memories of because I recently just played it for the first time, and I just kind of feel like I missed out and wish I would have gotten to play it when it was coming out or years ago. Like even when I was in high school, like if I could play the PlayStation, if there was a PlayStation 1 version, even getting to play it then, I would have gotten to make those memories and have that experience then versus, playing it a year ago.
Yeah, I get that. This may be, I'm sure a lot of people will disagree with me, but I think that we should have gotten Final Fantasy 3 in the place of Chrono Trigger in that PlayStation collection. Because
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
released Final
Yeah.
Fantasy Chronicles and it was FF4 and Chrono Trigger, but I think we should have just got FF3 instead of Chrono Trigger there.
They could have just released Chrono Trigger on its own disc and people would have ate it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, but whatever. They make weird decisions all the time. Obviously. Man.
Yeah, that was at the top of my wish list for ever. Was an official 2D port of Final Fantasy 3.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
But now that we have it, I don't know what to do with my life.
Now I don't know what to hope for.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that I like 3 better than 2 because 3 is just really consistently just great.
Yeah.
But I think FF2 has more like memorable moments than 3 does.
It's true.
Yeah.
I agree with that for sure. I think
3 has my favorite final dungeon though, so that's super memorable.
that is a good one.
Yeah. 3's a lot of fun.
I do have a couple things with FF3 I want to share.
Go for it.
Roscoe, okay, there's a weird thing. Roscoe has been in the room with me on New Year's Eve when I've beaten 2 different main lines for the first time. And one of those was FF3 on New Year's Eve. Roscoe was there. And the other one was Final Fantasy 13 on New Year's Eve, and Roscoe was there. That was the DS version of 3. But when I first beat the Famicom version of FF3, there's no save points in the dungeon. I don't like to use save state. And I got to the final boss, and I died.
Oh no.
And I lost like 3 hours of progress.
Oh.
Because I went and did all the Eureka stuff, and then I just went further in the dungeon, and I went to the end. And like, I remember I got the game over, and then I saw the main menu screen with like my save that had like the lower stats and stuff. And you guys are gonna think this is weird, but I remember feeling like, this is awesome. Like, that's amazing. Like, that's like the most stressful thing you could do to someone.
I mean, it's pretty brutal to just be like, yeah, you know all that work you just did? Do it again.
Yeah, but just think of that. Like, think about like how much like pressure and emotion is there when you go to fight the final boss. Like, you're just like, oh my gosh, please get Cure 4 off.
Dude,
please,
Dude, 3, I think, has one of the hardest like last dungeons if you're not prepped for it. Like, if you don't get all the good jobs, you just kind of go in. Like, those bosses are so hard, and then the last boss is just like, boop, boop, boop. You're like, please stop, please, gosh, please, I just want to survive. Just give me a turn. I can play, guys. It's literally just like, Cure 4, please.
Yeah.
So good.
I love it though. Like, man. And I want to play that version in a marathon sometime and just have to deal with that pressure in a marathon.
Just sit there and grind all night one of the nights.
Yeah. Someday. I do want to do it.
Jeez.
Sorry, we can move on.
No, it's all good. I mean, the next one's 4, which is full of just crazy cool stuff. I still think the coolest thing is when you're just like walking out and you're like, oh, this is so cool. I got a Dark Knight and a Dragoon. This is like going to be such a sick game. And then you immediately go and destroy a village. You're like, wait, am I the bad guy? Is it me?
Yeah. This woman is dead on the floor, and I'm pretty sure it's my fault.
Yeah, just like, hold on. I thought I was supposed to be the good guy here.
Yeah.
I think that's such a good opening, though. Like, cause it builds up and makes you feel so cool, and then you're just like, you just got used. Like, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 is really special to me. It'll always be in my top. Uh it's the first main line I beat.
Wow.
So I actually beat 4 before 1 and 6, but yeah, it's really special to me. Um just another one of those like childhood defining games.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's why Dark Knights have always been my favorite job, just because of how cool Cecil was.
Dude, he's awesome. And then he becomes so lame.
Yeah, I like the
Turns out.
Dark Knight version better,
Oh yeah.
but
I wish there was a way you could be like at the last dungeon, be like, "Can I switch back?" I know he's probably not as good and useful, but like, I never use cure on him, so what's the point?
yeah, he looks so cool in the dark armor.
Exactly. It looks cool with his buddy Kane too, but no, he's got to be in his princess dress.
I've never heard it put that way before.
That's how I feel. It's not true, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Paladins are a really cool job, but like going from Dark Knight to Paladin, I'm just like, we could have made
Yeah,
cooler choices here. I get why you did
I
it. It
like
makes
Dark Knight
sense.
more.
Like story
yeah.
wise, cool, awesome beat. Can I please switch back now?
You can in the city.
That's true, but that's not the same. I think it'd be cool if at the last dungeon though something happens like you have to switch back for something for like a little bit. As like a nod to it or something, because I feel like overall it's such a short time you're a Dark Knight and such a long time you're a Paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Have you guys played the 3D version?
I
I
don't
own
think
it,
so.
but I have not played it.
No,
It's
not a lot.
hard.
Yeah,
Like I think it's actually the hardest version of the game. Strangely,
Really?
yeah, it's freaking hard, man. But that was the that was like the first game I remember being really tempted to import it and
wow.
just try to play it in Japanese because they did not announce an English version. I just knew that they were making a 3D remake in Japan, and I was really tempted on like importing a Japanese DS in that game just to play it. But then they eventually announced it.
Didn't was it the did they have a DS like what is it like a actual DS Final Fantasy DS that I think came out with one of those 3 or 4? I think there was a Japanese one. It's that or I know it's PSP.
3.
PSP had one. Yeah, 3 had a white
Yeah.
one, I think.
Yeah, it's a DS Lite.
Oh, so cool.
There is a Final Fantasy IV themed Game Boy Micro.
Oh gosh, good luck ever finding one of those.
Well, it's Japan only, but
Yeah.
it's like really expensive.
Oh yeah, even
You know
for
how I've
Japan.
said like the FF1 MSX is like my number one most wanted thing.
Oh
I'd say that
yeah.
the FF4 Game Boy Micro is probably number 2.
Oh, that thing's so cool. I know I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah.
Man.
I
Game
love
Boy
like
Micro.
yeah. I love like console and controller variants. Love that
Mhm.
stuff.
The FF13
But,
PS3.
yeah, I've got that.
That's another cool
Actually, I
one.
think the most valuable thing in my collection is right here. It's a Chinese Final Fantasy 13 limited edition controller for
Wow.
PS3.
Oh, that's cool.
That's the most expensive thing? I'm almost surprised.
Yeah, it's the value is really hard to measure because they're so rare. Like there were
Mhm.
only like a couple thousand of them
How'd you even
made.
come across that then? That's nuts.
Um saw it on eBay one time, and it was like a really good deal, but it's still probably something I shouldn't have done. But I did it anyway.
One of those moments like, that's cool. Click. Oopsie poopsie. Oh, I'm sleeping on the couch for a while.
Yeah. No, it was just it was like man, I can't pass this up, but it's like, you know, such a good deal, but it was a lot. But that was a long time ago though,
Yeah,
so
now
who
it's only
knows what
gone
it's
up in
worth now.
price. Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's awesome.
it's one of my favorite things I have in the collection.
Do you have any cool memories of 4, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the game, but I mean, going from Dark Knight to Paladin, I remember I remember I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to beat that fight, and I was
Mm,
just like, "What the heck
Mm.
am I doing wrong?" Uh, I also really enjoyed that you got new characters all the time throughout the whole game. Like there was always like changing it up, and I was like, "Oh man!" And I vaguely remember thinking maybe I'll get all these characters at the end of the game. Maybe I'll have this big party lineup, or whatever. But yeah, those are some of my memories of 4. I played 6 and Chrono Trigger a lot more than I played Final Fantasy 4 though. So
mm-hmm.
those are where most of my memories of the SNES were made.
It's fair.
Mhm. Yeah, we touched on 6 already, but
Yeah.
we should definitely do like a Chrono themed
Yeah.
discussion sometime.
I need to go through
I
and
haven't played
replay
those
that
in so
game.
long.
Yeah. I maybe that's the game we should play all together because I haven't played that since I think maybe PS1 a little bit, and I think I got 90% of the way through maybe. And then a new FF game came out and I played it.
There's a DS version, and you love
Yeah,
handhelds, so you could
that
do
is
that.
true. I think I still got my little R4 running around. I can just put it on there and play it.
There you go. That's the last time I played it
Mm-hmm.
was about 13, 14 years ago on the DS.
Yeah.
I
So it's
played
been a
it
long
last
time.
year.
Dang.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have it on. Well, I have the disc version of it for the PlayStation 1, but I think it was last year. I played it early last year on my PS3, I think.
Mm.
But I always try to like break the game where at the very beginning in the first forest, I literally just train and train and train. Because there's a sword you can buy from I think his name is Melquar.
Mm-hmm.
In the first zone at the fair. That's like well beyond what you're supposed to have for the longest time. And so I
Uh,
just would always just grind in the forest and buy the sword and the armor that he has. And then I would be just unstoppable. It was fun.
Yeah.
hey man, that's a strat.
Yeah. I love grinding too. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's kind of like just chill time for me, you know?
Oh, I agree. I'm all about grinding. Actually, that's one of the things I don't like about FF13 is that they cap you per chapter.
Yeah,
Well,
to
they
an
cap how
extent.
much you can cash in, but you still gain experience. You just can't like utilize it until the next chapter.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
There does come a point though when it's just like not worth it to keep grinding that area and just go to the next one though, because like the experience you get, you could spend like 60 hours there or 10 hours in the next area. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I think we might
Oh,
just have to talk about 5 and then semi wrap it up because
yeah.
it's already coming up. Um, But yeah, I think something about 5, I don't even think for me comes from actually like playing the game, but it's the all the people doing the 4 job fiesta thing.
Oh yeah.
I think that's one of the coolest things that's like come out from that game. Besides it being just a fun game with like tons of jobs and tons of things to do, I think being able to like have a challenge run like that is really cool.
hmm Speaking of challenge runs, spoiler for next week.
Don't tell them, because then when we don't do it, they're gonna be
Oh.
disappointed.
Don't tell the one person.
Mom, don't listen.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. FF5, that's another one where the first time I played it, I was like, I just felt really disappointed
Mm-hmm.
because you play it after 4 and 6, where 4 and 6 are. I don't necessarily feel this way anymore, but at that time, I was like, the story in 5 just feels really like lame compared to what 4 and 6 were.
It definitely starts off very cartoony and weird, and you're just like, this doesn't. I know, like 4 and 6 are so dark and gritty, and then five's just like, let's
Yeah.
go, clown shoes
Yeah.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, but that's like the charm of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the time it's really like goofy and silly, but the time where it like takes itself really seriously is really impactful because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the emotional moments in the game uh, really hit hard for me now, and I think it's because the game doesn't take itself seriously for most of it, and then it's like, okay, this is a serious moment, and then it's like, yeah, I definitely feel that. And the monster design and boss design also is like so horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Like the monsters like look or the bosses look a lot scarier than they should be in that game.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely has some weird diversity things, or like, definitely like, here's the funny cartoon characters. All right, go kill this thing that looks like it's murdered the entire world and ate children. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. And the boss battle theme, that's
Oh, it's
another
so
reason
good.
the boss battle theme is my favorite in the series is it matches the way that the boss looks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like just yeah, it just wants to eat you alive.
It also has some really like iconic bosses and monsters, in my opinion, and I think is really fun and cool.
Yeah, you know who did the monster design in FF5?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Tim?
Um, was it Tetsuya Nomura?
Yep.
That makes
That's
sense.
okay.
Yeah, he did the monster design in 5 and 6. And it's like
Mm.
the best monster design in the series in my opinion, 5
Oh
and
yeah.
6.
Oh yeah. They're very cool.
And I guess he did such a good job with that that Sakaguchi promoted him to character designer. Well, like main character designer in 7 and
Mm-hmm.
on.
And that's why the characters always look cool.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I know that Nomura's gotten a lot of crap over the years, but he's identifiable, you
Mm-hmm.
know. You see his designs and you know that that's him.
Hmm.
It's
I love
super cool.
FF5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FF5, the job system for me was that was like, yes, this is what I want. You know, I loved the cartooniness. I loved all the characters. Um, from the get go, I loved FF5, and it was a challenge to love FF5 because the one that I played first was the PlayStation version that
Mm.
was so buggy.
Right.
Like sometimes the graphics would mess up, the music would mess up. Like it was a challenge to love that game, but I loved that game so much. And I played it after I played six because I played six on the SNES, and so I it ended up overtaking 6 for me, though. Like, I ended up liking 5 more than 6, and I think the story in 6, of course, is better to me, but I think that the battle system and the customization of characters for me is really what made Final Fantasy 5. Like, it had a great story, love it, but the battle system for me is really where, and the job system is what
Mm-hmm.
got me addicted to that game.
Yeah. I still think it stands to this day as the best ATB uh, Final Fantasy. Like
Mhm.
gameplay wise.
Yeah. That's fair. I also think, just thinking about it, that 5 was the one. Oh, it might be 4 actually. The 4 elementals. It has a really weird,
Well,
like,
there's the four elementals and
is that 4?
1 through 5, except for 2.
Yeah. Well, like I remember one of them just being extra challenging or something. No, it's the 4 blobs at the same time outside the tree.
Oh yeah, the crystals.
The
Yeah.
crystals.
Yeah,
That's
the elemental
4.
crystals. Yeah.
I mix them up in my head because Pixel Remaster makes everything look the same ish.
Sorry, I didn't know you were talking about a fight. I thought you were talking about
No,
like
no, sorry.
the
Yeah.
element
No.
crystals.
No. The actual fight against those
When I did
weird.
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
when I did my oh, you talked about it just a second ago,
Fiesta.
the Fiesta, that was the only fight that actually gave me any issues throughout the whole game. That fight right there. I think I died twice on that fight and had to redo my strat.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hmm.
It's definitely one of those like iconic fights where you just go in, first time you're like, what do I do? This thing's stupid.
Yeah. That's what's so great about that game, though, is you actually have to think about what you're doing. It's not just do as
Mash
much damage
X.
as possible. It's, hey, I have to think about how to beat this thing. You know?
oh yeah.
It is true. Like
And
4 and 5 had a lot of that stuff where they're casting reflect on themselves or like doing all these different weird spells. You're like, whoa, what does that do?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
well, there's also so many ways to play that game as well. I mean, there's like unlimited customization in 5, and I love that so much.
Yeah. Well, here's the question of the day. What has the more in-depth strategic battle system? FF5 or FF16?
Is that a
Wait, what?
question? Is this a real question?
It was supposed to be like just for a good laugh.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because
I was
16
confused. I
is
was like, wait,
not
what?
like, yeah, there's not really like anything to think about. It's just do as much damage as you can and whatever, you know.
Push button dodge, maybe. Parry, maybe. Just
Yeah.
push button.
I think that there's a really high skill ceiling in 16, but RPG stuff,
Non-existent,
you
really.
got you got to have the RPG stuff and it's got to be good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to do my idea sometime though? Like the versus thing?
Which one was that?
Like I want to do like an episodes where you do like Final Fantasy 6 versus Final Fantasy 7 or something like that, you
Like
know.
almost like a
Oh yeah, I would
bracket,
love
like
to
a
do that.
16-person bracket where you just see who's the real best Final Fantasy. Just random draft it.
Like March Madness
Yeah,
or something.
exactly. We could even rank them based upon like popularity. Like first seed goes to 7 because it's the most popular.
No.
No, because then FF13 would be out for round 1.
We'd be FF Reddit the channel.
It's so true. I'd rather just do a random.
Yeah.
I'd rather just like go through and just be like, compare the different ones.
Yeah, and you could you could randomize it or you can do it based on, I mean, FF6 versus FF7 is like a major internet debate, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, I like the idea of something like FF15 and FF16
Mm-hmm.
because to me they're like completely opposite in terms of strength and weakness, and you can just really like highlight that. And I think it would actually give some uh um positivity toward what FF15 did right, which I think it did a lot.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't get enough credit for how good it is.
I need to play the Royal Edition before I do that because if I base it on the original, you know, I don't hate 15. but it wasn't as good as I think it could have been.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, the Royal Edition is that version where it's at its best. So before I do like a versus on 15 versus 16 as the example, I would want to play through the Royal Edition. So
Yeah, you definitely should. And what I do mean with this is that we would play through these games
Yeah.
again, so that they
oh,
would be
okay.
fresh on our minds.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And uh, what you said about the Royal Edition, though, I do agree with that. It did fix a lot of problems I had with it. There still are a lot of things, like all the fetch quests and stuff, and there is still that feeling of, oh, this could have been better if they did this instead, type of thing. But there's still a lot that's really good to it. It just has that like really bloated AAA thing, you know, that games have been like for the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
But Brandon, you look like you want to go to bed.
I'm dying. I'm tired, man. I wake up too early.
Yeah,
But I think we got through
understandable.
1 through 6 mostly today, which is still good. We're not very good at getting through a lot of the topic that we want, but
I think that's fine, and I think that trying to go through all 16 games would have been
it's a lot.
a bit much. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we want what we do say to matter a bit more than just to rush through it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, and I also feel like for me, like I love 6 and 5, but I think 7 and Tactics is where you're going to start hearing me, and 11, of course, where I'm gonna talk for hours,
Yeah,
about all the
exactly.
memorable moments. So
well, let's continue this. Um,
Yeah, we can save it for a future episode.
yeah, or next week, just depending on who's coming and
Mm-hmm.
all that. But we'll see. We'll definitely continue.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
lot
oh
left to say. We never finished the job system series that we
No, yeah.
started too.
Got to write some of those down. Do an episode where we just catch up and do the rest.
Yeah. Well, I think the problem with that is that we got to the point where we'd be getting to the PS2 and like
Mm,
FF11, and I'm that's way out of my league. I don't know like the jobs in that game. Like I only played as a Dark Knight and a Red Mage, and that was really it.
it's fair.
So, and 14 as well. Like I could only talk about Dragoon and Reaper, nothing else. So,
It's all good.
all right, guys, thanks for joining. Go take a nap, Brandon.
Yep, I will.
See you guys.
All right, we'll see you.
I'll see it.